Auditor General flags 10.5 million payment to a fictitious buffer account at a commercial bank under the 1D1F scheme. 10 million amount for be created documents as our accounts or Ghana Commercial Bank and Baumia. Sa 10.5 million we are a fake money. Ya dia mo bia kwedi. Audit uncovers falsified claims by the Ministry of Education of 160 million arrears to teacher trainees as of December 2024. Auditor General here audit no ohun say under country under MPP na eye abano edi teacher training for allowance up to 160 million. 4.4 billion in recycled invoices, fake invoices. 4.4 billion recycled invoices. Koko for no omumba ene ko training colleges 160 million mujidi. Auditor General, some audits be a year 2024. Auditor General in the report about now OSHA report in my and we are jrem. Now because we are jrema a dreamer MPP edi Ghana for. Said so we study a. Kasa anyoma we hun sebo. We press conference they don't do these things. Journalists for they move away from these things. Person make one some amawati dream di Ghana. MPP for no me see opposition there. Ya de bomo. Say say nye dwuma mo nyina jobless. MPP ni bia nye dwuma. Say so study a. Say pe Ghana here. Sa nyoma say na nko so de ba. Na mo be press conference. Na nko ma chirechirem. Sa nyoma we mo kan wasem dabi. Because omo nim say the more Ghana for ehun sa nyoma we no Ghana for be hu say omo ye abodamfo ani say mo chance e mo mba tumi ho na mo mienko tie de esi me say the utibie no wakoma. The question is okwa kwachi omo nyina egum, but what we can do is yem protect it, yem create different options to seal all these holes. The first thing to do, the first punishment, also punish MPP, is never to allow them to come close to power. And then the first punishment. So you are angry. The first thing you need to tell yourself is to say the biggest punishment MPP for is to keep them away from power and never to vote for the MPP. That is the best punishment. Forget about the communities. So you're Ghana in so which the MPP said they don't have to come close to power again. Now punish them forever and ever. Keep them out of power. Let them come nowhere close to power again. And what do you have to do? Vote against them. Now, Auditor General report. Auditor General rejects 8.1 billion. 8.1 billion out of the 68.7 billion in claims made on government at the end of 2024 over unsupported documentations, duplications, overstatements, being already paid items, falsified stores, receipts, advice, and no work done. Okay? Juma dia Auditor General Edino. With to me, I try through the auditor through investigations and the MPP time or no. Now, before I even go into this 8.1 billion now, through this Auditor General, to me a claim no. I'm try Debbie. And the Deputy Finance Minister was in Parliament. See the MPP for year. Sir, audit here me reach we a MPP time. Me we am show Auditor General's statement. Ma show Debbie. Auditor uncover forged store receipts. Advice that's SRA at Defense Ministry, requesting payment of 4.8 million to a company for vehicles meant for border surveillance and monitoring of the 2024 general elections, which were never delivered. Deputy Finance Minister. Auditor General report no. Oyen audit we no. In 2024 under Baumia and the Kufuado. $4.8 million. Omo de sasi kanima company bi say onkoto ka semra na cars no on be ma immigration, national security no monfa enye the NCC your borders no monfa protect your borders. And no mon safa cars li bi mbrane ye beto aba, omo no fa be monitor aba no. Emu ba kumpa amba. Almost 5 million Ghana cedis. Tete Ghana ska no, o hye 5 million Ghana cedis, 500 billion no. E de come nhia enko ho. Obi beka se na onchi omungum. Report we and then you release here. Hey, I didn't end this year. I don't know much of egum. Now you are going to start investigations. Do you know how long it's going to take? So you need to be patient. And today I heard the majority leader, Ayariga saying, this audit report, Parliament should not put a parliamentary committee together to investigate it. We should give it to a security agency like Yoko, like the CID, like a credible security agency to do the investigations. Why are we allowing Parliament to investigate this? No. The Speaker of Parliament, so a legitimate man or kanokra, he will tell the Yoko to take over this investigations, this audit report. You know? The Speaker of Parliament will say we should hand it over to Yoko to do the investigations, NIB to do the investigations. But you know what? The MPP are saying, say, oh, investigations, Yama Parliament in your investigations, you know, into the audit report. No. Almost 5 million Ghana cedis. Almost on kotoka asaba. Company na yehu company no. Kas na bakumpo amba anda baumia. Now, this too has to be investigated. Can you use 2 days to jail anybody? No. So everything is a process. And those people, when they are caught, they need to have their day in court. Or some court to defend you more. So you see, it is not that easy. But at the end of the day, as far as say albino and NDC no power and keeping the NDC in power is a sure bet to say these people will go to jail and stay in jail for long. But say, oh that okay say, and the mama say albino ye chi obi tumunde ba omia ba obe you know. Yes. But say anybody ko shem 18, 20, 24, 32 years na NPP ama power. Obi nyina be wo jail. Ye de be sua de. Somebody, people will learn from it. People will now understand. Now, Mamincho, let's go. Mamin Sancho Bako. Auditor General flags 10.5 million payment to a fictitious buffer account at a commercial bank under the 1D1F scheme. 10 million amount for be created documents as accounts or Ghana commercial bank under Baumia and Auditor General Airden. It catch as a Sasika way. Sa 10.5 million where you try and a fake money. Yeah, they are more biakwedi. You need to open investigations. The people, when they are caught, they need to have their day in court. Now, John Mahama and NDC. No, I go to blame Attorney General. All these things are there. And then you cannot go to court one day and say, what do you case? You need to build a case. 10.5 million. 10.5 million. One district, one factory. On send there, on test omoka. We enya the MPP for be di hunkomo. Omu ye wifuo. I mention another one. Audit uncovers falsified claim by the Ministry of Education. Kenti, Onenapo. Audit uncovers falsified claims by the Ministry of Education of 160 million arrears to teacher trainees as of December 2024. Auditor General here audit no ohun say under country under MPP na eye abano edi teacher training for allowance up to 160 million. Omo discuss kanina. Sala wano mo dio ye audit so a omo discuss no. Now let's go listen to the Deputy Finance Minister today in Parliament.
Falsified stores receipt advices intended for misappropriation of public funds. Mr. Speaker, auditors uncovered transactions worth 9.4 million Ghana cedis supported by forged stores receipt advices, SRAs, that had been used to justify requests for payment for goods that were never delivered. Ministry of Defense, 4.8 million. A contract between the Ministry of Defense and a company for vehicles intended for border surveillance and monitoring of the 2024 general election revealed that despite the issuance of stores receipt advice, which is an official document confirming that goods have been received, dated 12 October 2024, the vehicles were never delivered. Similarly, the Judicial Service appeared to be caught in a web of falsified stores receipt advice. While an SRA dated 25th October 2024 claimed the receipt of 7 Toyota saloon cars, as soon as the audit was initiated, the supplier wrote to the Judicial Service on 10th April 2025, indicating their inability to supply the said vehicles as scheduled. This shows that fraudulent documents were submitted to the Ministry of Finance for payments, and steps have been taken to avoid the recurrence of this incident. Mr. Speaker, these cases illustrate a disturbing pattern of fraud designed to deprive the people of Ghana hundreds of millions of cedis of public funds.
What would the MP fire? This is a new one from the Auditor General. And these people, they think we are forgotten. That's what I'm saying, say. As much as these prosecutions are taking long, there's a lot. What's in some of Finance Minister kind? Now, let's go back and listen to other things he said.
Mr. Speaker, fictitious debt of 89.4 million Ghana cedis. The then Ministry of Trade and Industry in 2024 submitted a request of 89.4 million Ghana cedis to the Ministry of Finance to be transferred to 5 commercial banks as government's contribution to interest payments under the One District, One Factory initiative. The Ministry of Finance subsequently processed same to the Controller and Accountant General's Department for payment. But Mr. Speaker, this particular request was part of BTA's sitting at the Controller and Accountant General's Department awaiting cash for payment. When auditors contacted these 5 banks to confirm the liability, every single one of them denied being owed any amount by government under the said arrangement. According to the auditors, the said 89.4 million Ghana cedis debt was fictitious. Without the audit intervention, a whopping 89.4 million Ghana cedis of hard-earned public money could have been disbursed to settle this non-existent liability. Mr. Speaker, only God knows how much of taxpayers' money has been lost to similar fictitious claims. Right, Honorable Speaker, payment of 10.5 million Ghana cedis was recorded as having been made into an account named the buffer account at a commercial bank. Upon verification, the bank confirmed that it had never received such payment. The account number cited did not exist within the bank's records and did not even conform to its account numbering format. The evidence from the audit pointed to a completely fictitious account. Mr. Speaker, as a result of these fictitious accounts linked to the One District, One Factory payments, the entire 1D, 1F scheme requires a forensic audit which will be carried out soon. More so when government is said to have spent 391 million Ghana cedis as its contribution towards 1D, 1F interest subsidies as at the end of 2020.
What to assume? This is NPP Terminal Report, Auditor General of Ghana Report. No, 2024 damage on we no. We are show. See the akane.
The unfounded teacher trainee arrears. The Ministry of Education reported unpaid allowances totaling 160 million Ghana cedis to teacher trainees under the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission. When auditors engaged GTEC, the agency confirmed that as of December 2024, there were no outstanding arrears. Over 159 million Ghana cedis would have been lost but for this audit. Mr. Speaker, an amount of 6.1 million Ghana cedis appeared on the Ministry of Education's BTA schedule at the Controller and Accountant General's Department, even though the same funds had already been paid by a donor partner. Such entries opened a door for double payments and exposed a dangerous pattern of weak oversight and porous coordination between donor and government financial records. Mr. Speaker, auditors identified BTAs totaling 293 million Ghana cedis for 6 MDAs with no documentation. There were no contracts, no IPCs, and no record of any executed work. Mr. Speaker, the breakdown of the unsupported BTAs are as follows. Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, 241.2 million Ghana cedis. Ministry of Roads and Highways, 26.3 million Ghana cedis. Judicial Service, 18.2 million Ghana cedis. Ministry of Special Initiatives, 3.7 million Ghana cedis. Ministry of Health, 2.4 million Ghana cedis. And the Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice, 782,262 Ghana cedis.
Courtesy Joy News, fake news. Now, this is what they did. Now we are talking about 4.4 billion in recycled invoices, fake invoices. 4.4 billion recycled invoices. Oforiata, head Baumia, head of economic management team. That is what they were doing. 4.4 billion in recycled invoices. Your true invoice when you copy pani as done in the invoice. I did about 10 times. These are the same people doing press conference today. We are talking about 1.4 billion duplicated claims. 1.4 billion. No mebia omudi eji tia kasika we na we mu de abandem ka ninyi na no mboa. Owa go hwe chire no onye adwuma bia 1.4 billion. We are talking about 160 million teacher trainee for sika. Kwasiafo. MPP nkwasiafo. Kokofo no omumba ene ko training colleges no. 160 million mujidiye million Ghana cedis. Kwasiafo then yati Ghana also ukotie MPP ni eye press conference. Mamenchro de yakura wasem no mamenchro ECG on afenyo marking ona na ye board chair ena Dubik Mahama eye de ECG CEO hwede see in the executive summary udim de see ECG afenyo marking minority leader hwade. This is the Auditor General's report and I'm Troy. Let me read this to you. Part 2, summary of findings and recommendations by ministries. Ministry of Energy, Electricity Company of Ghana. Now, share the Auditor General Troy. Point 35. Our review of the company's expenditure. He's talking about ECG. Our review of the company's expenditure as against the approved budget disclosed that the actual expenditure for 13 budget line items amounting to 333.9 million exceeded their budgeted amount of 144 million Ghana cedis. Now, by 189.2 million, we also noted that the excess expenditure was not approved by the company's board. Who was the board chair? Afenyo Markin. Who was the CEO? Dubik Mahama. All those monies, Sasika Omebosui, over 300 to 144 million Ghana cedis, no, board Tnaho, and normally Dubik Mahama, Ekonaivi and Omofa Sasika de. Afenyo Markin was the board chair. Dubik Mahama was the CEO. Now, when you read further, it says this. We also noted that the excess expenditure was not approved by the company's board. we recommended that sanctions under Section 96 of the Public Financial Management Act 2016 Act 921 should be applied to the officers involved. We also urge management to effectively monitor and control the company's expenditure. Point 36. We noted that management did not remit to the Ghana Revenue Authority taxes totaling 70.9 million. No more the GRA under MPP. After your marking and board chair of ECG. No more the GRA 70.9 million. No more taxes. No. Afenyomakin was the board chair. Dubik Mahama was the CEO. Afenyomakin as the board chair of ECG. They did not pay taxes to GRA 70 million. Now, withheld from the payment for goods, services, works, and commission in 2023, we recommended to management to remit the withheld taxes of 70.9 million to the GRA without further delay and provide evidence for audit verification. Auditor General say right now, no, after your marking as the board chair of ECG, Omutubi disika over 333 million budget beyond by Omushemu na almost 144 million. Ayera. Na dia yakura women say ECG and the Afejo marking as the board chair and Dubik Muhammad the CEO no. Omo intia taxes ama GRA 70 million. They didn't pay taxes. And the Auditor General instructed Ministry of Energy say Omuntia Sasika no kofan way. Kwasiafo. Now John Abujina Ponko for $70 million Cedis airway and don't go to your taxes no. Na kwasiafo to say light bill kosro. Kwasiafo they did not pay. GRA taxes akra time or more power no. Asemo 2023 the Auditor General's report na make kanchi no. 2023 na we nyina see 70 million Ghana cedis taxes after your marking as the board chair of ECG. Dubik Mahama as the CEO, they did not pay taxes to Ghana. These are people who are supposed to be hanged. You sit here, na kwasia wage in parliament, an honorable man, a filthy fool like this, a disease of a human being, such a despicable, foolish man like Afenyomakin. Emma Ghana for the Esika kwasia we say, or an honorable man. Such a fool will be sitting in parliament trying to make laws for us. Kwasia obo police ni asum. Kwasia utumi twan minister so ade che say man kan ye. Kwasia mpanyi we sit in Ghana na MPP so some asem so. This is the foolishness we are dealing with. Now so 70 million Ghana cedis na afejoma kini du big mo fadi no. Yes say and some John Abujinapo NDC aban betua taxes no. Wana sika na odi kotua. Onko fan way. Mi busamo Ochina mo MPP mwana no busamo 70 million taxes that mo ntua no. John Abujinapo NDC for 70 million in free hand. It is not about which all this evidence. So the AG has to go in, but you can't just go in and say, I'm prosecuting. You need to follow the process. You can't just get up and say, AG has the document. AG has to go to court. Do you win these cases in court in one day? No. So let's be realistic for once. As much as the court is basically our problem, delaying cases, we need to be realistic. These are things you can't do in 4 years. You have to keep prosecuting, going to court. You need to keep this party in power for 41 years. All these people rot in jail. 70 million, a whole government. The member of parliament who was a majority leader sitting as the board chair refused to pay taxes to GRA. Kwasia wage in a parliament every day, wearing some Vietnam suit. Ni hu fibi. Ni trimu kekewure kekan kwasia sembie no. He sat on a board. And about 144 million omu disikano and a 70 million taxes omuntia. How? Why? No bit was a MPP kasa ntimi kotie. Wait Jimmy. MPP kasa itu kotie. The same MPP today is talking about our light, our energy, and and the MPP way say kanya wants them. Ochira, muhu omo amka say nkwasiafo taxes kura mo dia. Mote ECG Afenyoma can kwasiate board so taxes they were supposed to pay to Ghana aban no almost had the taxes ni gu so. Okay, Jam say I should listen to MPP. Ghana ni bi nkotie MPP. Kwasiafo we. Even the omo. We mo nipa. Mahamudu Baomia and the kwasiafo we. These are foolish people. And you say don't have any respect for anybody. You say Jimmy. You so be a Jimmy sa bronye. You so be a Jimmy sa chema mutumi. Mumusa bronye say they no be jina hoye dede ebo midina. Adana on kama semubim because Samira kachen so unjai. Kameyi Samira draws a chrew. He mini me mini mono. Na adiebia me be ye mono. Me say. Adana betraka say mem beka Samira sam mem Mrs Samira mem mini me mini mono. Me think Kameji Samira le dross if in an ass achrew. Samira, they am not done with her. She knows the way I love my kids. She also loves her kids. We will see who take care of their kids. Kameji the nasa dross. Now me just a brother obey the dinner twaso. Kevin Taylor, Obeka Samira sam. Me think Kameji the dross achrew. Me yi the dross achrew TV so. See a four. What is that a form? They 4 bar way. Now, for your marking, Mumusa for your marking, say, meet you better on the Samira Koye about Meko. What's your 4?